Audio check, audio check. Yep. Perfectly audible. Hello and welcome everyone to the Hybrid Theory Racing League Realistic Division race number what? Around what circuit? This is our mystery race around sunny Las Vegas. Not what you usually hear when we refer to Las Vegas as a track, because obviously this race is held during the night time. But this is a mystery. This was the mystery race. The drivers were not aware of this, of where the race would take place. Also, mind you, they weren't aware of the weather conditions either. Yes, there are weather conditions that may come into play here tonight, but yeah, we have almost everybody out on track but two drivers. Everybody else is either on their hot lap or on their out laps, as Shrikant Das in the McLaren has gone provisionally onto pole. We have Shooter racing down the back straight. He will get a little bit of a tow from somebody ahead of him. I'm not sure who that is. There's an Aston and a Williams. I'm not sure who they would be. Could be Harsh, could be Caesar. However, it's still going to be Shooter coming down the end of the strip into this little chicane here and navigates it nicely, neat and tidy within track limits. Coming up to the line, what is this lap going to net Shooter? Is this going to be pole? Where's this going to put him? The Alpine is a decently rapid car, and in Shooter's hands, it's going to go onto pole position by 3/10 from Harsh. So these two are old sparring partners as well, obviously, as we know, Shooter and Harsh. Welcome back, PSI Legends. I see he has some internet issues. As we see Charles Leclerc's car absolutely maxing out on the back straight there. I must say especially the Alpine makes a pretty terrible noise when it maxes out on the back straight. If I have the opportunity to go on board with somebody else, I will do so to demonstrate how bad that sounds, but I think that's the case with every other car as well. Charles only P5 at the moment with a 34.0, a few hundreds behind VFX, who has managed to set his lap time on those medium tires. As Redstone, wow, what a complete and utter shock. Who would have expected Redstone to be on pole? Who would have expected it? The most unexpected result of all is to see Redstone on pole. Like, absolutely nobody expected it, as Yash getting very close to the wall. So, what can Yash do? Yash in the Red Bull. Every now and then you do hear me ask him when you have a moment, but this time around Yash will not have a moment because I requested him to join another party chat, because every time I used to go on board with him while he was on a flyer or in a race condition, I would see that driver would make a mistake. So yeah, this time around the Red Bull driver, league owner, supreme leader, this time around, everything is just going to be doing his race at his own, as per his own needs and demands, as he goes very deep in that corner. A bit hot there, I must say. In that corner, could have taken it a little bit better. That car, who's that? That's a Haas who stays out the way. That must be Redstone, is it? Yes, I'm surprised Redstone and Yash are not. Redstone didn't give Yash the toe there down the back straight. Obviously, we all know how crucial the toe is around here. I think it's worth about 7/10 of a second, is it? Something around that ballpark, I think it is. Hello, viewer, whoever you may be, I welcome you to the Hybrid Racing League. So does Yash with that little wiggle of the front wheel there. Coming up to the line, the Red Bull driver. Where's he gonna go? Oh, it's P7, not a very good lap. The PSI saying he's lagging in and out. Sir, I'll send you another invite, don't worry. While we are just waiting for some people to. I can't find you. Are you offline by chance? Yeah, do join in. I'll send you an invite, PSI. So obviously we are yet to see PSI's had a lap time. Sai in the pits currently, and his teammate for the night. Would you believe it? Who could it be but the returning Vyom, who I believe all the other 17 drivers racing tonight have had some form of history racing with Vyom, myself included. So you can make that 19 drivers. At the moment, Vyom currently in P10. Obviously, I'm sure he has a lot more pace in that Alfa Romeo, but then again, it is an Alfa Romeo. It's not a very good car. Don't expect it to break any records or such. Caesar is preparing for some adverse weather conditions, it seems. Going on to those intermediate tires. The green World Intermediate tires look pretty good on that Aston, I must say, as we have Archit about to start his lap. Is he deploying battery? If he is not, I would request him to do so, because this is going to be a waste of a lap if he doesn't, unless he's already managed to invalidate for some reason. Why is he maxed out in 6th gear? What's he doing? This is one of the weirder moments of the weekend here. Why is he driving around at a very leisurely pace? We don't know, but we won't focus on that. We will focus on, I saw McLaren who's coming into the pits. No, it's Srikanth there. Okay, never mind. Srikanth starting his lap. Let's be onward with him. Into turn 1 he goes. Srikanth obviously coming under a bit of fire recently for his antics and his speech, the words he delivered in IRL. But this is THTRL, as there's a bit of traffic there for Srikanth to navigate. Haas and AlphaTauri, they don't get in the way too much, though they may have even given him a bit of a tow there, as Srikanth coming up towards the Las Vegas sphere. Let's see what he can do. Takes a nice run through there and seems to be relatively in control of his car. It's a nice, well-planted car for the McLaren driver going down this section. I'm not sure. There's not really any corner names or straight names to this circuit apart from this one where Srikanth's just approaching. That seems to be a nice turn in, as there was somebody who'd gone off track there. Oh, very big wiggle there for Srikanth. That's definitely offset all the momentum that he had built up, and all the time he gained is probably lost. Let's have a look. So Sector 2's timing line has been moved to a lot further down the strip, Las Vegas strip. Very, very famous part of the track. As I see somebody in the first sector has spun. Srikanth still up by almost 7/10 though. This could provisionally see him go ahead of Shooter. He has to navigate this section well though, and he absolutely has not done that. He's invalidated his lap, and that's going to be curtains for this effort. What would this lap have netted Srikanth? Let's have a look. Comes up to the line, and it would have otherwise been a 32.594. Yeah, that would have put him ahead of Harsh. That would have put him ahead of Shooter. So that's exactly as my predictions were. So the track is evolving at a very rapid rate. Shooter obviously wants to defend his P2. What about Yash? Can Yash do anything? But further back, he's also improving by almost 7/10. This time, however, this 7/10 will get him to roundabout where Srikanth is at the moment. So can Yash displace Srikanth? He's on those mediums, mind you. Srikanth was on those soft tires. Yash coming up to the line. He does not displace Srikanth. He displaces Jishnu and moves up into P6, the Red Bull driver. A nice effort by him there. And as we look around the circuit, let's have a look. So Wicked Vicky, this is Vfix on a lap. Wicked Vicky is just started his lap. So Vfix, obviously, we know one of the fastest drivers around, not just here, but around. In general, he's one of the fastest drivers, and to compensate for that, he's been given a pretty rubbish car. As we can see there, the AlphaTauri. It's not a Red Bull by any means. It may have some Red Bull backing in the form of Helmut Marko and Christian Horner's, it being the B team, but nonetheless, what can Vfix do in the B team car? There's a little rise there, a little crest on the back straight on the strip, as Vfix navigates this last corners nicely, and I think he will take the shortest run to the line. Let's actually be on board with him. Coming up to the line, will this lap net him pole position, or will it get him the front row? It gets him P3. Oh, that's pretty close to Shooter as well. That's a very good effort. So at the moment, only Shooter and Redstone are in the top 132s, as who's that Yash coming very close to the other Red Bull of Archit, who Yash taking the escape route there, showing us Crypto.com, Amusement Park, and many other brilliant brands that Woodmasters just couldn't have been bothered to license out. But nonetheless, Archit boxing, never mind. Archit is not going to complete this lap. I believe previous Vegas race we had here at THT, it was Basil who was leading for a considerable amount of time. He also had the default setup on, if I'm not wrong. Despite that, he finished P2 because he was in the Red Bull. This time around, obviously, he's in the AlphaTauri. I hope he has a setup loaded this time around. Coming up to the line, URL Basil goes P4, just ahead of his teammate Vfix. That's a good effort by Basil there. With just over 5 minutes left in the session, I think that all the drivers may want to get another run in, as Abhishek's very close to the wall there. I'm sure this is not a representative lap because this is going to be an in lap for Abhishek. So if only there was a way to understand which drivers are on an in lap, which drivers are on an out lap. Codemasters can't be bothered to add a simple graphic to the game either. I mean, it's not necessary to improve your game, is it? Over the course of time. Nonetheless, let's have a look. Wicked Wiki is... No, he's also down on his time. So, who is actually on a lap? Vyom is about to start a lap, I think. So is Harsh. Redstone has just exited the pit lane. Harsh is just entering the back straight. So I think it's going to be Vyom who's going to be the first driver to start their final flying lap. As we wait to see what his efforts will net him. I think we should be on board with him for the remainder of this lap, as a lot of drivers will start filing out the pit lane. We'll also get to see how much traffic is going to affect Vyom's lap. Starting the lap, the Alfa Romeo driver. That Alfa Romeo actually looks pretty neat under those lights there, I must say. It's quite beautiful. As we goes towards turn 1, Vyom looking to improve, currently P16, a very, very disappointing effort by him there at the moment. Obviously, he'll want to do a lot better. Goes through the first few sections. First few turns of the racetrack, rather. Oh, there's a bit of a moment there for him. A little snap of oversteer there as he exited the turn. And that will not do him any favors. Coming up towards this tricky section of the racetrack. This is actually a very unpredictable section. We may see some carnage, some drama here in the main race, given the nature of this part of the circuit and how slow it is. But Vyom coming up towards the end of Sector 1 after this very turn. And as he exits the turn, it's a nice exit. The car looks planted, so that I think there was just one brief moment of oversteer that he got. He's up by 3.5, almost 3.5 turns. The Alfa Romeo driver. And his teammate for the night, PSR Legends, has rejoined the lobby. Vyom takes the curb very neatly. A little bit of oversteer there, as you could see from his onboard. But Vyom actually doing on a pretty good lap here. He won't get any tow from any of the cars ahead of him. He is in no man's land at the moment, but the number 25, I think is it Alfa Romeo? That brings back some memories for myself personally. Going down the back straight, the Las Vegas Strip, that little crest rises above it. Will he be able to rise above the rest? Oh, I don't think with that it won't be helpful as he hits the wall. No, I think Vyom has completely messed this up, as he is going to box. Oh, that's a very sad end to what otherwise was shaping up to be a very good lap for Vyom. And he will not be able to set a lap time here tonight, an improved lap time. Harsh goes P2 in the Aston, showcasing some of that raw Aston pace. Goes ahead of his old foe Shooter, who is in the Alpine. I must say, it's a great car. I'm definitely not being sponsored to say that. Definitely not. And I hope you realize that with the number of definitely I've just put there, that this is supposed to be implied sarcasm, as Yash coming up to the rear end of one of those Haas cars there. I'm not sure who that would have been. It would have been either... Who's it? Is it Redstone? I think Redstone might have... They may have been... Talks to give somebody to us. Who is that who's just broken his front wing? That's the most generous way to let another driver by, is to just completely go out the way, break your front wing. Oh, who is that? I want to see that actually. Let's just focus on Yash's entry onto the strip here. Let's be on board with him. That's a nice turn in. That Red Bull looks very planted. And let's have a look at who that very generous individual was. That's definitely not Caesar. So it has to be Harsh. He didn't have to do that. He just chose to do that, getting out the way in such a dramatic manner there. Overly dramatic there. But nonetheless, it is extremely close from P2 down to P11. Anybody could snatch pole, maybe not pole necessarily, but they could still be in a very advantageous position here. Yash coming up to the line, he just has to navigate one last corner, taking the shortest possible run to the line. What can the Red Bull driver do here? Oh, it's going to be P2, 3/10 slower than Redstone. So Redstone, despite not participating in this final part of the session, is still going to take pole unless one of these drivers can displace him. Shooter does not get a very good run, I think, through that section. Yeah, I think he went a bit too deep at that corner, a bit too hot. As he goes towards the Sector 2 timing line, there's a yellow flag, a very prolonged yellow flag for some reason. As we can see, 15 seconds on the clock. Is everybody going to get to the line in time? I think it's Caesar who's going to be the last car to get to the line. And I think he should just make it. As he makes it over the line, we can't see the timing, obviously, because there's a yellow flag indicator there. Shooter navigates it perfectly, almost perfectly. There's the checkered flag. Nobody else can set a lap time. Shrikant and PSI will stay as they are. That's their best quality position, regardless of what they do. Shooter coming up to the line, deploys all used up, and he goes P2, gets ahead of the Red Bull driver, Yash Kosalia. That's a very, very, very good effort there by Shooter. So presently only four drivers in the 132s. However, there are these very, very quick individuals who are not too far behind. PSI is, I think, in two minds whether he wants to be or whether he doesn't. Oh, Raman makes his way into the 132s. That's a good effort there by the other Alpine of Raman. A very good effort there. Let's see. Oh, Basil bangs the wall there as I see Abhishek's into P2. So Redstone and Abhishek's P1 and P2. Oh, what am I seeing? Oh, Basil does not improve his position. Vifix is also down on his time by almost 1.5 tenths. So will he be able to claw all that back in this last part of the racetrack? What about Wicked Vicky? For once, I think Wicked Vicky's car is actually staying on the track, put on the track where it's supposed to be, and not absolutely dancing around. Actually, as I say that, I can see his car drifting around some parts of the track there. I think Vifix is gonna come up to the line. He does not improve either. What about Wicked Vicky though? He's up by 6 tenths. He could actually shoot up a few positions, which he does. He goes up to P4, displaces Yash, and so does Caesar. So Caesar's teammate for the night, Harsh, and also teammate in IRL. Harsh got out of the way very kindly, and Caesar this time around has displaced Yash. Yash goes from P2 all the way to P6. But look at this. I'll just pull this up for a moment here. Just have a look at that. 14 drivers within 1 second, and the 15th driver is just over a second behind. Pole sitter. You don't see these kind of gaps anywhere. This is pretty remarkable, I must say. PSI, obviously, I don't think his internet is very supportive of his racing tonight, and neither is, I don't think Vyom got a proper representative run in session either. But there you go, that's the end of qualifying, and it is Redstone on pole. Who could have predicted? Absolutely, who could have predicted Redstone being on pole there? Absolutely, very shocking. I mean, yeah, it's all sarcasm. The best qualifier around, present moment at least. In P1, his teammate in another league is P2, right behind him. Shooter's P3, Wicked Vicky's P4, Caesar is P5, Yash is P6, Harsh is P7. The top 6 within just over 3 tenths behind Redstone. Harsh is P7, Raman's P8, Basil's P9, Charles is P10, Vifix is P11, a shocking and a disappointing quali from him. Jishnu's P12, Shrikant's 13, Domithal's 14th, Archit, PSI, Vyom, and Harshi will round up the back tail end of the grid there. And as we wait for the main race, those in the comments, please do let me know what your predictions are for this Las Vegas Grand Prix, which you will see in just a moment of time. Is gonna be, come on game, come on, do me some favors. It's gonna be sunny skies once again. There you go. As we wait to see what the drivers are going to do for the race, let's have the predictions in. As I know, Redstone and Yash are not going to cross the checkered flag at the end of the race. That's just what they've been doing. That's what most of us co-founders who have been racing have been doing for these races. So I would predict Caesar. I'll just predict my podium. It's not necessarily the order of the podium, but it's going to be Caesar. I'm going to predict Vyom. And let's go with Basil. Actually, it's between Basil and Vifix. I'm not sure who it's going to be, especially. specifically. But there you go, 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights ahead of the drivers, and it's gonna be lights out and they're off. It's a good start for H1 despite a bit of wheel spin there, as you could see. Somebody's already retired. Oh, there's an enormous crash at the back there. Whatever's happened for 2 cars to retire before they even got to the very first turn. That is Ernst Loof's F1 career's record has been broken there. As no, what was that there between Archit and Harsh? What is Harsh doing? This has been a very not sure what to say here, as he is rev limiting into the Las Vegas barrier there, and he's gonna get disqualified as a result. So I'm not entirely sure what's just happened here between those at the tail end of the field. But we have Vyom, Shrikant and Harsh out before we have even completed a sector of the racetrack. Oh, I have no words. Up front, they're all as they are. Only Hershey and VFix are on the hard tires. Nobody else opting for any other tire compound. Just Jishtu and Basil getting a bit feisty. Noble, I have no idea. If you were in that party chat, please do let me know what just happened there, because that's really shocking what just happened here between Vyom, Shrikant and Harsh. And maybe a few others as well. I also saw Archit with on the front wing. Yeah, there you go. So, not sure what they're trying to do. These few at the back, if that was deliberate, I'm not sure what these stewards are gonna, what view the stewards are gonna have on that. But up front, I don't believe anybody is going to box. Shrikant asking for a comms invite. Sure, why not? I wasn't expecting to have any of the drivers on comms with me tonight. But yeah, this time, since Shrikant's retired, I won't be able to give him any further curses. Welcome Shrikant to the comms box. Yash is still in the race. I don't know. That's why I requested him to not to be in the comms box with me. But that's really shocking. There you go. Shrikant's here with us. Welcome Shrikant. Please let me know when you can hear me. And Noble Gata, when you can hear Shrikant, please do let me know so I can confirm whether audio settings are alright. Harshi has changed onto a side of medium tires and Archit onto a side of hard tires. So I believe, sorry. Alright, so they've both completed the mandatory pit stop. However, I don't think Harshi will be able to get to the end. Hello Shrikant, nice to have you here. No, sorry, it's nice to talk to you, but I don't think it's pretty sad to have you actually. What happened there? Can you just explain what happened there, Shrikant?
Give me icon in Barcelona.
Okay, and that time he did make it to turn 1. You didn't even get to the grid box ahead of yourself. Yeah. Kimi Raikkonen in Barcelona, 2017.
No, 2003 or 5.
Huh? Barcelona.
Spain.
Are you sure Barcelona? Because I have never seen that crash. I'll have a look, but just explain in normal terms for those who have not watched the archival races or those who don't know.
Yeah. So VFix was starting ahead of me, and Harsh was starting ahead of VFix. Harsh's car was on grid. I don't know why he didn't move. Then ghosting is off, so yeah, that's it. Rammed him. And Vyom was collected in that as well. So sad for Vyom, it was his last race before his boards, but it is what it is.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. But however, I think Shrikant, you were in party chat with the likes of Harsh as well.
I was in party chat with half of the grid, so yeah.
So if you can let me know what happened to Harsh, because he did survive unscathed, but he just went onto the barrier at turn 1 and just rev limited his way to disqualification. So what happened there?
I don't know. He just went radio silent, just like some Alpine driver.
Yes, somebody. I wonder who that could be. I absolutely wonder how that could be. But nonetheless...
Oh, by the way, that was Kimi Raikkonen 2003.
Is it? Okay, I need to have a look then. And I have no idea of this incident. But nonetheless... you sure it's not Alonso Fernando somewhere? I think it was Fernando at a certain circuit, right? Fernando went airborne. So was there any airborne action there?
No. It's just Kimi Raikkonen crashing into what his name is. Wait.
I'll have a look. We'll have a look. But nonetheless, it's unfortunate for your race to end that early. But welcome to the comms box. What's your prediction now? Given that I had predicted before the race started, I predicted Vyom to be on the podium, and it was a very premature and unfortunate demise for him. Who is that? It's Charles, who is wicked lagging all over the place. But yeah, what's your prediction, Srikanth, for the podium?
Nothing. With this grid, nothing. You can't predict the winner unless P1 is kind of like half sure who's in P1. So,
yeah. But I know for a fact that these drivers in P1 and P6 will not be finishing the race. But let's see who will get to the end of the race. What's happening here between Yash and Charles? Doesn't matter. We are going to have the restart here. They have sorted that out between themselves. There's just a bit of position trading going on. Srikanth, would you want to take the restart?
Yes, why not? And we have Redstone backing up the field. And Abhishek's and Shooter. Shooter is way too eager to make that move in the Alpine, which is a way inferior car in every term.
Which got a podium. Which got 1, 2, 3.
Wonder what happened, but yeah. Redstone is weaving and he almost chipped
He's gone.
Abhishek swing and he's gone. Abhishek is caught by surprise. So is Shooter. Mercurial sees side by side around the outside. Mercurial sees into turn 1, will make the move, and Shooter is trying to stick it down the inside, and he will keep that P3. And now Caesar is under pressure from Wicked Vicky, and they're still going side by side. It's Esteban or some Pierre Gasly all over again.
Wow, that was a great restart for Caesar there. As we go towards the... what's happened? Yellow flag. We have a yellow.
And Caesar is... And they are going side by side into turn 3. And almost chipped his wing.
We have a full course yellow, Srikanth. Do we have VSCs or something? Why is it
no
switching between greens and yellows between...
Oh, it happened in IRL also. IRL.
Codemasters movement. Yeah, Codemasters movement. Yeah. Let's just put it down to that. But nonetheless, we are going on to...
a second behind Shooter.
Harshi's had a spin. I don't think he's had a crash with anybody.
And Charles going for the move on URL Basil. Charles, and he has lost the position to URL Basil. And
who's that? Jishnu. Your favorite driver, Jishnu. Yeah, having a moment there. What's happening there to Charles? Charles is backing off there for some reason. Is he going slow or is that just lag? Because Domitos is gonna breeze by him, and Jishnu breezes past VFix, who is not having a particularly good race at the moment, and another triple sector yellow flag, 1, 2, and 3, which immediately becomes green.
That might be Charles might be giving away the position because of overtaking under yellow flags.
Possibly. Of course.
And we have Abhishek and Redstone going side by side, and Redstone is still ahead.
Another yellow, another green flag.
These guys do it. Get better.
Srikanth, why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? Do you expect this developer to be competent? Do you expect them to make a quality product? How dare you expect gaming to give you a quality product in 2024? How dare you?
Yeah. And it just updated, right?
Yeah.
Today only. And Caesar's fallen
that's
P4 to P6.
So Yash
is struggling.
Yash and Wicked have made some moves on him.
And there's a change of lead between Abhishek and Redstone.
Tactical, I think that's tactical.
Abhishek is up into P1.
I think that is tactical there between Redstone and Abhishek, because DRS is enabled. And I, however, think that these two will be going guns blazing. They won't really want to play any games here. They want to go hard racing because they don't get the opportunity to do that. Yeah.
They have nothing to lose here. So just go.
Well, Abhishek has a championship to fight for. Abhishek is not driven in a while. He does have a championship to contend for at least. As he goes into the end of the strip, and there you go. Cannot make the move there. Further back, there's some moves being made between Charles and PSI, the two Canadians here, and Charles gets ahead of PSI. PSI not having a particularly good time on those mediums. Maybe he should get rid of them. What is that? What's the tire wear like on the during your quali runs? You didn't get to the turn one itself.
I don't remember, but it was minimal only.
Oh, Yash, very close to Caesar there. That could have ended in curtains for the pair of the Supreme
The
Leaders.
RS-enabled shooter is looking to attack Redstone. Redstone is looking
No, they
to attack.
won't. They won't make moves. It doesn't make sense because there's two cars ahead of him. But for Caesar, there was just one car ahead of him. That's Yash, and who's been dispatched off. And that's a great move by Caesar there, who's now back into P5, looking to make some more moves. But I think he overshoots that turn a bit there. So I don't think Caesar's particularly comfortable in that Aston Martin tonight. He is struggling a bit.
Yeah,
he will use battery to close up to it. So
yeah,
a lot of
DRS enabled. Let's focus on the top trio. Let's see what happens.
I think there is a move incoming here. I don't think there's a move incoming up front.
No, has also joined the fight.
No DRS.
This
no DRS.
Says it this time. Oh no, he is having DRS.
Does he? Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Oh, he was outside DRS. That's a good effort by Wicket Ricky
and
to
that
get
Stone has back the lead from Abhishek, and we can see position changes between Yash and Caesar. Yash flies past.
Domathor and VFix as well, but I think Domathor was passed by VFix this time around. So VFix obviously having to contend for P10, a position he is all too unfamiliar with. But there you go.
Caesar again going side by side. Caesar will cover him off, and Yash down the inside. They are going side by side. Caesar is lagging, but yeah, Yash down the inside into turn one. And Caesar is still around the outside, and he gets a better grip around the outside, which now turns into inside.
But then again, Yash will have DRS though, which you're not thinking of. Yash will have DRS, Caesar does not, and Caesar will be powerless to defend the charge of the Red Bull with that supreme straight line speed, who makes his way past the Aston Martin. What about Jishnu? Jishnu's been stuck behind Raman. Meanwhile, Basil made a move on Raman, which we weren't able to focus on as well. A lot of moves being made down the back straight. But one thing I must note is that Shrikant, they are working.
Yeah, a 10-second penalty. Yash Gosalia, what are you doing?
That's I think result of strict corner cutting at that corner, slow left-right section. Opposite the sphere, but yeah, he has to. There's no two ways about it. It's just a matter of whether he'll be able to get it removed or reimbursed in the steward's route. But let's have a look at Jishnu versus Raman.
Trading positions.
I think this is more routine. This is not routine. I feel Jishnu and Raman, and the Williams gets past the Alpine driver. What about VFix? Caesar and Yash.
Caesar, too many battles to follow.
Yeah, Raman was super deep in that corner. Wow. And Raman just is ahead of him. And Shrikant, I think Raman going a bit deep into that corner would have reminded you of a certain Vegas race that you were a part of sometime back. I think Raman kisses the wall there. Domathor maybe going for a move. Domathor, I think, is approaching move. Domathor is very timid to make a move. He's not very feisty. I think
he's always extra careful while making a move. So yeah.
That's very respectful, but it doesn't really get you much. You have to sometimes go a bit.
He's my exact opposite. You can say.
Yeah. Shrikant, everybody is the exact opposite more often than not. Except for never mind. Nobody, really nobody. I was trying to think of somebody, but it's fine. No worries.
It's fine.
I hope there's nobody along these lines.
And in all of that, Abhishek and Redstone have pulled a gap of 1.4 seconds to shoot.
Exactly what I was saying. This is all very well orchestrated, but Harshi's spins are getting very orchestrated with the amount of 360s.
And Caesar almost hitting the wall, almost Charles Leclerc right there.
That's very Vegas of him to do that. But yeah, once again down the back straight, who's the closest driver? I think Domathor and Raman possibly. Domathor and Raman maybe going for a move. Yash and Caesar are embroiled in a fantastic fantastic battle here. Mind you, they've lost almost 2.5 seconds to Wicked Vicky. Oh, Yash runs very deep into that corner and he loses the place. I think Basil may have made safety
And
car.
it's a safety car? It's a
I think
safety car?
Harshi's broken his front wing. And I think, okay, Yash is walked in.
Yeah, his car is gone.
Shooter's retired.
Shooter has retired?
In the pits.
Okay, in the pits?
Yash gets a 5 sec for speeding in the pit lane. And
yes. He's going to break my record, but okay. Yash is on softs.
Yash did not serve his penalty. Okay. And he has 15 seconds at the moment. Yash.
And he's on softs.
Softs, I think, makes sense because he just wants to do an outlap and then come back in to get those penalties removed and then come back out on fresh tires. Yes, for PSI it makes sense. He was at the tail end of the field. He was struggling, but I don't realize why Shooter was just retired. I don't realize why Shooter's retired from the session when he was running in a very comfortable position. Shrikant, just have a look at something. I believe that the sky is getting a bit overcast.
Yeah, there was forecasted. Some rain was forecasted. I mean,
we see some rain.
Get to know that.
Yeah.
Might.
Would you like to see some rain?
I mean, I wanted to drive in rain, but okay, it is what it is.
Yeah, would you like to see some rain this time?
I mean, it will be more chaos. So
definitely. What's the right strategy then? What's the right strategy? What do you do if there's rain? Do you stay out? Do you brave it out on these dry tires? Because I don't think the pit lane time loss around here is that high, honestly.
But still, it's a low grip track, and
I think it's best to box if there's rain. As I did I see some drops of rain? I'm seeing some drops of rain. There you go. There you go.
Yes, it does rain.
There's rain.
Lovely.
But do you box now? Do you brave it out a little bit?
Yeah,
Abhishek, what will he do? Abhishek's in a bit of an unlucky position. As he is going to box.
Abhishek is going into
is everybody going to box? No, Vfix stays out. Vfix stays out. So does Ramen. Right. So a lot of people in the pit lane.
Resisting to go into pit lane. I mean, it's typical Ramen. He always stays out.
Three cars have stayed out. Basil also stays out. So that's not very clever of the AlphaTauri team to keep both tires out, both cars out on dry tires. But there you go. Caesar back out on track, and there you go. This formation stays as it is. No position changes, obviously. And I think Yash, did he get any of his penalties removed? Yeah, he got a 5-second penalty. Yeah. So Harshi on those soft tires. I think by the time he boxed, there wasn't any rain. Harshi has to box. There's no way that he'll be able to stay out at a.
Oh, by the way, it was a small patch of rain, so you can gamble.
Shrikant, if it was a small patch of rain, I don't think that so many drivers will take the gamble to box, right? Out of 14 drivers, we also have Harshi in the pit lane again. So, if you can in the meanwhile send Wicked Vicky an invite, that would be really great. Can you do so?
I am.
Thank you.
He's offline.
Just if you can find his profile and send him an invite. I think when he comes back online, he should be rejoining the session. He is unfortunately disconnected at the moment, but he is in a very good position. He's in P3. Net P3.
Yeah.
If the rain continues on, the top 3 have actually made a pretty colossal mistake there by staying out. Because I think the time loss around here on those dry tires is just too much.
I mean, yeah, it's a low grip track. So
if the rain is not prolonged, then these 3 have played a masterstroke. So it could still go either way. It's not necessarily in one person's favor here. Let's see. I think the rain is actually.
I mean,
it's nominal. I'll say it's nominal. Yeah. It's slightly. The intensity is increasing very, very slowly. The intensity is not much, and there you go. Wicked Vicky is back with us. Welcome back, Wicked Vicky. You can see the spray there. There's no way these few can keep it on track here.
Even if it dries out.
Oh, I can see a McLaren boxing. Oh, who's that boxing? There's Ramen boxing.
And that's Wicked.
Wicked Vicky's boxing.
Oh no, wait. Why is Wicked? It's his AI or
Probably.
what?
Might have been his AI. So that's really unfortunate. Ramen onto softs. No, what? Wait, what? Why is Ramen's car stopped? Yeah, Charles also into the pit lane. Yeah, Charles enters. Wicked Vicky is also stopped. Exactly as they are. Raman and Charles are.
It's the glitch from F122.
No, it's the glitch from many. There you go. You can see the empty hallways of the Las Vegas paddock there. From Wicked Vicky's POV is. There you go. Wicked Vicky back out on track. Hey, Wicked Vicky's back out on hards.
Wait, no. I guess it's
I can understand the game bug, but there's no way that no matter how incompetent codemasters may build their AI to be, there's no way in this track conditions that it would have made the AI would have pitted for dry tires.
Chips.
Yeah.
Chips. Are you surprised?
No, not really. But I would have expected.
Stay with the flow.
Is it possible that he wanted to go on to another set of winters and then between the time he got disconnected and reconnected, he accidentally turned up his MFD and selected the wrong tire? Because hards is just before winters. That's possible.
Possible, but not that much. Because it's Codemasters. It also happened with Optical Illusion, but he stopped it.
PSI very close to the wall there, very close to the barrier.
Why is PSI on hard?
Oh, he's missing it. He's missing an end plate.
What is this guy doing? And safety car is in this lap, and he has.
Safety car is in this lap. He is at the tail end of the back straight. He needs to hurry up. He should use some battery, which he is doing. At the moment, look at the track conditions. There's no way I think it will stay this way because Abhishek and Redstone will be immediately on the prowl here. Vifix has not bolted yet. He's not bolted yet. I think he'll bolt just before the finish line. Oh,
and what?
That
what
was.
Did I just see?
No. I believe he slowed down. He slowed down. Vifix slowed down just before the.
I genuinely don't
I don't have words for that. I'm not sure what's happened there. I just heard a massive collision between the two Alpha Tauris. What's going on here? There's a Red Bull sandwich, a Red Bull family sandwich here between the two Alpha Tauris is the Red Bull. And oh no! And Yashi's out! Basil and Beef. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what to commentate on this, but yeah.
Well, this is the true element of mystery here. As you can see, we fixed his car.
Qualified. We fix.
And another safety car. This is Abhishek.
And Abhishek gets a drive through. So does Redstone.
This is descending into absolute anarchy, Shrikant.
Redstone. Oh my god.
Caesar, despite not having a front wing, is in a brilliant position here.
Look at Archit. He is the guy in Red Bull. He has the net lead. If the guy, 3 guys ahead of him pit. My god, Archit. Then we have Jishnu, Raman, and both the Ferraris trailing it. I mean, how many guys DNF? We have. Lovely.
Whoa.
7 guys. No, not 7 guys. It's 5 DNFs, 2 rescues. That's rare to see. I mean, it's Vegas, so chaos is inevitable. What did you just see?
This is Caesar into the box. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. This is the words can't express how shocked I am by what's going on here. Jishnu into the box as well. I think Jishnu may also have picked up some damage. There's no real reason for him to box otherwise. Wicket Vicky into the box. Yeah, he's missing an end plate, Jishnu. Caesar also having to replace his front wing, and Wicket Vicky just changing onto a set of inters.
In all of that, the Ferraris out of nowhere, they are net P4, P5. No, they are
P3, P4.
net P3 and P4, yeah.
And what's going on? Raman's made a mistake. Raman's gone into the runoff there. And he's given the position to the two Ferraris. Unless he made contact with somebody, Raman just drove straight onto the same piece of exit road that Yash, Vifix and Basil were on.
I mean, it's not new for Raman to just...
See, I would have understood if that would have happened on dry tires on a wet track, but this is inters on a rapidly dampening track. Is it wet conditions? Is it inter conditions? It looks inter, but look at the amount of spray. Look at the amount of spray.
And PSI is on the verge of getting lapped. And he's on mediums. Lovely. And what is Caesar doing? Caesar? Raman?
Did Caesar hit Raman or something? What's happened?
No. They were racing under safety car. And so is Jishnu and now they're back now. Never mind. But nice. I mean, I don't know what to commentate looking at this, but... Yeah.
Shrikant, it's just half race distance. Mind. half race distance, okay? Half race distance. So, mystery. Oh, what's happening to PSI sudden movement? At the same turn that Yash and Raman went off. Oh my god.
And he's on
that turn is... Everybody's a victim to that turn. Nobody can escape the wrath of that turn, mind you. By the looks of it. PSI on those mediums, I think he's taking quite an aggressive gamble there and betting that the safety car, that the conditions will dry out very fast. Then again, I don't know what to predict here. This is getting way out of hand. I obviously will want to take into account that a majority of that chaos occurred due to the restart there. Obviously, VFix on those dry tires didn't have the grip.
I told you, you can't predict the winner. You can't predict anything. It's literally a mystery race.
Literally, this is the biggest box of mystery that we've asked for in a while, and this is the gift that we received. Absolutely no clue who's gonna be where, as I see Domitor and Archit.
And what is even happening? Like yellow flags, green flags, yellow flags, green flags. Confusing.
Shrikant, who are you on board with during the restart? If anybody.
I want to be on board with this guy.
Who were you on board with previous restart? The one where VFX was
previous restart, I was with VFX. Not VFX. I was with Caesar only.
So can you just let me know what happened there? Because I'll just give you a rundown of what happened in my mind at least. So I'm not sure if VFX lifted or if it was just him putting the power down gradually. But I think those behind were convinced that the restart had already occurred before it had actually occurred. So either VFX lifted off, which was obviously something that could be discussed in the steward's room, or he just was launching at a very controlled rate, which those behind did not seem to realize. Also, the fact of the matter remains that the safety car call was pretty late. It was not a very early call. Somebody's got the corner there! Domino's got the corner!
Oh my...
Has he picked up a warning as a result? Let me have a look at this.
I mean, it's okay if you pick up a warning instead of a wing damage.
He doesn't. I think he survived it. Domitor, he's been given a very big lifeline here considering the fact that he usually doesn't go for any moves, any overtakes. And this time around, it's just 11 cars left in the session. PSI is yet to catch up to the field, and his tires are absolutely frigid at the moment. Will he be able to brake for the turn?
god. He's crawling.
See, at this point, he's the only driver on mediums. Does he commit to it? Does he box? He commits to it. He will stay out.
I mean, it's PSI. He's just.
I think fair enough. He's not been having a very good race. Maybe he just bet on the weather again. I don't think people were betting on it to become a wet session, because we did see 3 drivers stay out on the track.
And
Hello.
Okay. Let's invite him to the comms box.
Hold on. Wait a minute. The mystery continues because we have just lost our 8th car of the day in 15 laps. Something which I don't. It's not anything to be very proud of whatsoever. It's actually pretty shocking that it's happened this way. Many conditions, many factors may have led to this, but I can't believe that.
Reminds me of old Redstone. DNFing under safety car inverts.
Yeah. But I think we're gonna have the safety car restart on this lap, as Abhishek will lead them away. Mind you, Abhishek has a drive-through penalty to contend with.
So he will go and serve it, or he will take the restart?
He can't serve it. He will have to take the restart because he is the lead car. He can in theory, but really. Let's find out. I'll be on board with Domathor and maybe Harshi as well. I'll keep alternating between them. Abhishek is tentative. He won't launch yet. Obviously, he wants a good restart.
Ferrari is doing. Ferraris are going side by side. So is such. Nice.
And they all want to get the perfect restart. That's the only thing.
And now Raman in the pits.
Alpine in the pit lane.
And
Abhishek has stayed out. There you go. Domathor does not get a good restart. Oh, somebody had a moment. Williams. Jishnu in the Williams had a 360. Absolutely no one's able to survive here tonight. Even the most experienced drivers are having serious moments, and despite having Jishnu just spun on the other side of the pit wall, Raman has opted for a set of soft tires.
All of that, the Ferraris are fighting, and Hershey was aiming for inside into turn 3. Domathor almost chipping his wing. Oh my god, that was too deep into the road.
And I see somebody going off there. Abhishek is out. Domathor is out.
Why?
And we have another safety car.
What am I even looking at? Chips, make sure after the race you check out Domathor's POV. It's literally fun. Just check it out. His DNF POV.
I don't think there's ever been a race that's left me as stunned and speechless as a commentator as this race has.
10 cars have DNF.
How did Abhishek retire? How did Domathor retire? What just happened there?
I will explain it to you. Out of the right-hander, he lost track, and we have migrating host. Lovely. Redstone has left.
Oh no.
What is even happening? Yeah, I was explaining Domathor out of the right-hand corner. He had Hershey on his left, Caesar on his right. He lost traction. He avoided this guy, Hershey. Then he went on to hit Caesar. Then finally he went into the wall. Like a true Ferrari driver. And we have Hershey going into the pits. What? Okay. Caesar stays out. Wicked stays out. Oh no, Caesar is in the pits. So is Wicked Vicky. Yash has left. Baz in the pits. Jishnu in the pits. Raman, I don't know what Raman is doing.
PSI has stayed out. Raman
stays out, and they are on softs. Yeah, the rain has stopped and they are gambling on this.
So PSI is godsend for PSI, which he wanted all this while. He's got it. He is on the draft tires. He is in the lead of the race as well. Tentative because Archit has stayed out. opted to stay out, obviously. Whenever Archit does box, he will still be in the fastest car around. Excuse me, sorry. But wow, I don't have words. Every moment of this race has been absolute chaos and ridiculousness from the get-go. As once again, Harshi and Caesar contact behind in yellow black conditions behind the safety car. At that same corner that we've seen so many drivers fall victim to. Okay, Shrikant, are you here? Still with me?
Yes.
With 8 drivers left, what's your prediction for the number of finishers at this point in time?
5.
5?
Yes.
You predict a race of attrition where out of 18 drivers, 13 retire and only 5 finish.
Yes.
I think that would be what's it gonna be like? Wait, I'm trying to do the mathematics here. 13 divided. Never mind. It's gonna be a very high percentage.
PSI almost. Oh my
contact. There's contact.
No, almost.
No. I saw somebody lose an end plate or something.
Might be PSI. He might have chipped his end plate behind that chip.
Doesn't look like it.
No.
No, I think they're fine. I think they're fine.
In the pits. And PSI inherits the lead. Oh my god. This race can't get crazier.
Oh my.
Don't
He kept leaving the session. He left the session like 15 times in qualifying.
I mean, what else?
He ran at the back of the grid for a majority of the race. Now he's in the lead. It's truly a mystery race in every possible way. Yes, Shrikant.
What if we have only one finisher?
Congratulations to the one person who manages to survive all that.
Is that scenario possible?
Why not? It's possible. It could even happen in real life. Why won't it be possible? Yeah, anything is possible. See, this is a true mystery race. Obviously, I would have liked to see some action and some drama, but not to this extent where we have such a high rate of attrition. I don't know what to say. See, some part of me is really upset that all this is happening. But then again, this has given us such unpredictability. This reminds me of the 90s and the 2000s era of F1 in some ways. Maybe even the 80s where, just less than half of the cars at start would finish. And absolutely, even a driver who's had a pretty bad day in the first half of the race could end up leading by the end of the race. As we can see here, PSI Legends, we know he's a very fast driver. He's not in a very fast car though. And he has a very fast Ferrari of Harshi right behind him. I think this is going to be the time where we get the safety car restart. Archit should have boxed earlier. I think he made a mistake staying out.
PSI is on old tires with this thing. More wear because he had too much of wheel spin.
He does, but as you saw, track position is very key around this circuit. Also, none of the 8 drivers still running have any penalties.
I mean, clean driving right there. And I will be on board with Wicked Vicky. Let's see what we can.
I'll just be on board on the cinematic camera because this time around I just want to see all the action that goes on, not just 3 or 4 cars. PSI is taking it tentative. He's gone. That's a great restart for PSI.
And Harshi is sleeping.
Harshi was caught absolutely napping, but Caesar hits the wall there. As who's that? Jishnu going for an aggressive dive there. He has to make the moves here. He knows that he has to.
And they're still side by side. Wicked Vicky is looking to make a move. He is too eager on that soft tires, but let's see how this goes. Harshi
and PSI just lost 2 tenths. PSI lost 2 tenths while Harshi and Caesar were battling in that corner.
And what's going on? And Basil are side by side. It's a 5-way battle. It's Austria 22 and Jishnu rear-ends Wicked Vicky. And Jishnu rear-ends Wicked Vicky and Wicked Vicky is it was too funny to watch, but yeah, stewards have a fun weekend. Fun week, not weekend, but yeah. I mean, all this is helping PSI to keep the lead, and not get threatened by fresher tire runners. Chips, you okay?
No.
I mean, yeah. It's and Charles has left the session. That's pretty late, but okay.
I don't know.
I mean, there is nothing to say.
See, words can't describe what's just happened here in these previous 19 laps.
2 drivers remain. We have still 6 laps of not racing, and we have wicket in the pits.
Shrikant, the driver who's made the fewest pit stops, has made 3 pit stops at this point in time. And the race leader has made 5 pit stops. Wicket, Vicky and Archit have just added on to that by making a 5th pit stop, I think, at this point in time. No, that's their 4th pit stop, sorry.
They are following the Shrikant stat from Monaco.
I just want to also point out that PSI Legends has gained 15 places, Hershey has gained 16 places, Jishnu has gained 9 places, Basil has gained 5 places, Raman has gained 3 places, Archit has gained 9 places, and the only driver who's lost places, who's still running in this field is Wicket Vicky, who's lost 3 places.
So all the leaders just bottled it out of nowhere. All the leaders. Caesar, Abhishek, Redstone, Shooter, her, and not her, Harsh was in the midfield, but
the fastest lap
don't know what is happening.
Fastest lap is in the hands of a driver who is still alive at this point in time. It's URL Basil.
Hi, he's a true sweat. He likes this track, and he always every day.
It's not a bad track. It's the fact that I just don't understand how 11 drivers have retired in this race. That's every moment that I watch this, it just becomes more and more shocking. But nonetheless, we should have the safety car restart at the end of this lap. PSI is still in the lead. PSI is still in a very good position, as we should have the message pop up anytime now, unless it's another late call. FI, haven't you seen the result of late calls already too many times this race? But yeah, okay, I don't think the safety car is going to be in this lap, is it? I don't think it is.
I mean, all this is helping PSI, so he's like, yeah, why not?
Hershey is still there. Hershey needs to be awake at this restart. Obviously, he won't have Caesar troubling him this time around. He will have Jishnu troubling him, who, as we know, has been very, very feisty and very, very quick. He's good at these restarts as well. He's a very adept driver. But will that Williams support him? As we know, the Williams is not a particularly great car in the corners. It's very good on a straight line, but it's pretty bad in the corners. I don't know, man. I'm still reeling in from all the chaos that we've witnessed here tonight. We do have another 4 laps to go once we cross the line. I don't know this. I'm absolutely speechless. For the first time in quite a while, honestly, a race has left me just absolutely speechless. From the very get-go, we've had chaos. We've had, I think this is our 4th or 5th safety car. We've had 2 DSQs and everybody else has DNF.
And weather changing, obviously.
it's become sunny skies again. So we are going to finish the race with sunny skies and a dry track. So Vegas has given us all this drama, and it is going to end with dry weather, as it should. But it is afternoon conditions, Shrikant. It's not night conditions, so the track temp is going to be higher. The tire temps as a result are going to be higher. Do you expect any more chaos? Do you expect any more drama with the safety car in this lap? What's your prediction for the top three?
I won't predict anything. We will see that on last lap. But yeah, it's gonna be.
Top three prediction.
You never
bracket,
know.
Yeah, bracket if any top three.
Yeah.
Yes, I should.
I mean,
take the restart.
Only prediction I will make is 5 drivers will finish the race.
You predict some more chaos. You predict 2 more drivers will retire. Alright, as PSI once again gets a good restart. Jishnu right on the tail of Harshi. That is, I predicted right there. Jishnu getting a very good restart, and they make contact, and they've been collected, and there's no retirements yet, Shrikant. Yet. Mind you, I said
I mean, it's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos.
Yeah. Basil now into
into
P2. Oh my gosh, this is getting absolutely unbelievable.
So Jishnu will looking for a move. He's not. Wicked side by side. Wicked down the inside into turn 5, and Wicked will make the move on Archit, and he is up into P6. And Basil is not particularly catching up to PSI.
Give it a few more corners, Shrikant. Give it a few more corners. The tires are yet to get into their proper operating window. Even though it's soft tires on a pretty hot track, they still take time because Vegas by nature is a pretty cold track. And now Harshi on the back of Jishnu.
Which one is a better car? Alfa Tauri or Alfa Romeo?
Subjective. I'll say Alfa Romeo is the more balanced car. Harshi's car is definitely not balanced there. Shrikant, you just need one more car to retire for a prediction to be true, which I sincerely hope is not the case. He's retired on his own, Harshi. I don't think that anybody. I don't think anybody hit him from what I saw. But as we start lap 23, there's 6 drivers left in the field. 18 started the race. Basil chasing after PSI. Jishnu chasing after Basil. These two have a bit of history. Basil trying to squeeze the Williams driver, and I think they've gotten through without any issues. Too much trouble there. As Basil is rapidly closing up on PSI. I don't think PSI's tires are in a particularly good window right now. He's lost a whole lot of time and he is struggling. Mind you, I think at some point in the race, Raman will also be looking to make a move and gain some positions. Obviously, I see PSI, maybe he's trying to back them up. As we go towards the sphere, I don't think anybody is going to attempt a move here. There should be cars left to attempt a move. Yeah, there should be cars left to attempt a move as well. Wicked Vicky on the back of Raman.
He's slowing down. Look at PSI.
No, he's let him go. He's let him go to get the DRS. But that's not been a particularly good move because I think Jishnu's also made the move here. And now Raman and PSI. So PSI, will he let the Alpine go? Oh, what's going on here between the two of them? Oh, they make contact. No. Oh, and the Red Bull has spun Archit. Archit has binned it. Jishnu, I don't think DRS is enabled on this occasion. He's still in the race, Archit. He's still in the race. As Wicked Vicky and PSI, Wicked Vicky and PSI. PSI using the battery. Jishnu also using the battery. Jishnu getting ahead of Basil. And I think Wicked Vicky will stay as he is for the time being at least. As we start lap 24, these two are pulling away. They are almost in a league of their own at the moment here. And Basil sets after Jishnu on this penultimate lap of the race. DRS enabled on this occasion. Wicked Vicky going for an aggressive move. No, I don't think he is.
And Jishnu goes wide.
Oh, contact between Wicked Vicky and PSI. And there you go, Shrikant. Your prediction is absolutely spot on. Oh my gosh, I wish it wasn't. Because this is not what you want to see. And Raman and PSI. So close. Alpine versus PSI. This is not a battle that we've seen in a while. PSI versus an Alpine. Up front, what's going to happen? Further back, what's going to happen? There's just Four
I mean,
cars
only
is
four drivers to follow.
battling back here.
You follow
Archit
one
has
row, I follow
retired.
one,
Archit
and
has
Archie.
uh, four cars will
Okay,
finish this
this
race.
is.
On the track, four cars will finish this. No, but I don't know. I think we'll have to have a talk with stewards, drivers, and everybody at the end of this race because there's no way that we operate like this. We need to have some discussions here. Raman on the back of PSI and on the
Raman
strip, no
around the
way. Yeah, there's
outside. He will
really.
be.
Yeah, Raman comfortably ahead, and now Basil. Oh, what happened there between Jishnu and Basil? Did uh,
Oh, I
did
was
Jishnu
looking
just
at
slow
the
down to get the DRS again on Basil? Because I think that's
might
the case. I think that's the
might
case,
have.
but that's a pretty rash way to go about it. Nonetheless, this is the last lap of the race, and it's still anybody's game, mind you. We've seen so
Yeah,
much.
because of the DRS.
We've seen so much, not just because of the DRS Shrikant, it's because of all the chaos. This is descending into absolute anarchy.
Oh, by the way,
Oh,
Basil is
yeah,
on a back foot
none of
right
them have
now,
got a good exit
and
here. And Raman inherits the lead! Who would have thought that?
and
Jishnu is there
Jishnu
as
is on
well.
the inside, and they are letting Raman take the lead so that, and they're just side by side. They're not doing each
Jishnu
other a
and Basil made
favor right
contact.
now.
Jishnu and Basil made contact. Jishnu and Basil made some contact
Yeah,
as
Raman coming too close to that wall. I mean, Raman is eventually
oh,
going to lose.
Basil and Jishnu
He
almost
might
squeezed
have
one another too close. And you know what, Shrikant? Raman's actually pulled out a pretty good gap here. If he has battery, which he shouldn't be
Yeah,
deploying here, Raman, why are you deploying your battery here? This is not the best place to deploy your battery here. We go onto the strip for one last time. All the four cars in the race in the same frame, in the same shot. Onto the backstage, we go onto the Las Vegas strip for one last time. Who will be on top? Will it be Jishnu? Will it be Raman? Will it be Basil? Could it even be PSI? It's possible that Jishnu may go
Jishnu.
for a move because Raman's out of batteries. Jishnu. Oh! My word!
What did I just witness? What did I witness? Okay. I mean,
Jishnu
okay.
is going to come up to the line to lead the other two cars to the finish line. Jishnu P1, Basil P2, PSI Legends is going to finish P3 at the end of the day. We
Is
need to
PSA doing
have,
donuts? Yes,
yeah,
PSA is
we
doing
need to have a
donuts.
serious talk about all this with the drivers because this is getting pretty ridiculous. This is the first for my league racing commentary career, I guess, because I have never been speechless at so many occasions in a race. Do I really want to put myself through the horrors of pulling up the warnings tab on the race director
Not
for the
true.
stewards? Should I? So,
Just do
Shrikant,
it.
as we continue on, would you like to run us through
Yeah,
our race finishers?
I will. We have Jishnu taking the win of this chaotic, what we call this, Las Vegas Grand Prix, pending stewards inquiry, obviously. Then we have Basil in P2. Then we have PSI rounding up the final podium and the last of the finishers. Then we have Raman DNFing.
I think Ram and
the final
Vicky
straight.
and Archit will be classified because they've done 90% of the race distance, Shrikant.
Yeah, then the Wicked Wiki, Archit DNFing, Harshi DNFing, Caesar DNFing, Abhishek's DNFing, Domathor DNFing, Redstone DNFing, Yash Gosalia DNFing, Charles Leclerc DNFing, Shooter DNFing, Harsh DNFing, Vyom DNFing, myself DNFing, and VFX. Yeah, that's it. That's a chaotic Las Vegas race. Welcome to Monaco 1983 or
1996. 1996.
96. Yeah, 3 finishes. Nothing new. Good old Formula 1.
Well and truly, let's invite the top 3 to the party and the only 3 to the party at this point. It's like you.
The survivors of this race.
This is truly the survival of the fittest because absolutely nobody survived and
Did Baz finish P2 or P3? Oh, he finished P2.
He finished P2. So Jishnu, Basil, and PSI legends. Let's invite them.
I genuinely don't know what to ask them, but okay.
Jishnu is here. Basil is here. Let's just wait on PSI to join the party. So, hello, Baz. Just a moment. Let's have.
I need to recover after what.
Oh my!
You. Yeah, let's get the interviews done first.
Yeah, we'll just get on with it. Just a moment. Yeah, there you go. All right. So my console was frozen for a moment.
I'll go last. I'll go last. Maybe you can.
All right. All right. So, firstly, congratulations to the surviving 3 and the top 3. As PSI has requested to go last, we shall start off with P2 finisher URL Basil. Baz, you're P2. I believe you've been around every position in the field. You were at the front, you were in the midfield, you were also at the back, and you were in these parts of the grid at various points in the race as well. Just walk us through it.
I don't know whether to say congrats, to be fair, to the podium runners or the final survivors, if you want to say that. Yeah, I was everywhere. When the wet weather came out, it was definitely the worst call to stay out on hards. And then I don't know what happened after that. I'll probably have to review the footage. Yeah, and towards the end, I knew what Jishnu was doing. I knew what games he was playing, but this track is just keeps delivering. Anyone I feel sorry for is Ramen because that was a murder at Vegas right there.
God.
It's like
at least he scores points, so good for him.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of speechless. I might have a couple drinks after this race.
We all need to.
When don't you have drinks?
Shut your mouth, bro. You can't talk right now. You are a mess today.
Hey, we had a good battle though. So.
Yeah, but
Certain Alpine did.
But yeah, no. It was a lot of fun to survive the race. I guess I can say I'm a survivor. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And just before you go, I just want to ask you, at the restart, the one where you were on the hard tires and on a wet track,
yeah,
can you just walk us through that restart, because that was like one of the more chaotic parts of the race. Because I think we saw 2 drivers retired there. Did something happen with Vifix? Because I heard a massive thud while I was on board with Vifix taking us through the restart.
I don't know.
Just walk through what happened there. Did he lift off? Was he going at a control rate? What was your interpretation of that?
It's a blur at the moment, but we were going 3 wide. Obviously, me and Vifix were both on hards on a wet track, so I'd assume the drivers behind should have been aware that it's a heavy braking, so more time we were going to lift early.
Yeah, it was me again.
We were gonna lift early for the corner, otherwise we weren't gonna make the corner. It was definitely a bad call from both of us to stay out. But yeah, I apologies to Yash if he DNF because of that. But like I said, I need to look at the footage to see what exactly happened.
Fair enough. I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff for Jim to look over this over the weekend, but nonetheless, well done on finishing 2nd out of 18 in this battle royale tonight. Thank you, Baz, for taking part. Shrikant, anything you want to ask him?
No questions. Congrats on surviving. And
you didn't survive Harsh's standstill car.
I will deal with it later, but yeah.
Is there in quali or race also?
No, in the race, I was right behind Harsh, right? So when the lights went off, I'm like a split second decision. I saw Harsh wasn't moving, so I quickly like diverted around him, and I think Srikanth just didn't see it. So I might have, he definitely just.
Yeah, I mean it's based on driver. Need good skills for that.
You talk about skills after today. No.
Everybody has bad days, but okay.
Yeah, let's actually move over to Jishnu. Jishnu.
Hi Chips, yeah.
Hi Jishnu. You were in the Alpine, right? Were you?
No,
Williams. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you ran into the Alpine there in the last lap, so yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, Shrikant, let's leave it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let us know what happened.
I misjudged it. Actually, I misjudged it. So I was going for a switchback because I know he was going to brake late if I was on the outside, and I thought I was not going to get a good line outside. So I was going for the inside, but then it didn't work out. The closing speed was like I didn't expect that much of closing speed. But it's something to learn for sure. It was my fault totally. Raman was racing good out there, and I would like to apologize to him. But otherwise, just trying to stay I broke my wings a few times, but then just trying to stay in the race, especially mystery race. So no practice, nothing. So that is something to watch out for also in the future. But we had good battles with Baz, and I think Baz was there throughout. We had good battles switching, and then I was obviously Vegas. You want to play the DRS game, otherwise you're just going to lose out for sure. It worked out with Baz. I think I let him overtake, and then was trying to get my DRS, but he was also trying to play the DRS game and slow down. That's when Raman overtook us. It shouldn't have been that way, I think. Maybe we just caught out from Raman being so close. Otherwise, would have been a good battle between me and Baz throughout. I think Raman was just there because we tried to play the DRS game. So shouldn't have happened in the first place, but anyways, something to learn from. And
Definitely so. Nonetheless, I think it's been a pretty intense race for you. You did come out on top on track at least, Jishnu. So well done to you. I think your very good friend Shrikant would like to ask you a few questions right now.
Yeah, not my very good friend, please.
You want to deny it? Yeah. You would like to deny it, but nonetheless, go ahead. Shrikant, any questions?
What happened? What happened between you and Caesar going into that 90
No, that was actually I was complete bystander from that because Caesar and some other car had an incident, and I was battling Baz who's behind me, so I couldn't have broke any early. Otherwise, Baz would have overtook me. So I think Caesar hit a car ahead and then bumped me also. So that's what happened. So that caused the safety car.
Yeah, that was an interesting.
But yeah, that was not my fault. I would like to say.
Yeah, not your fault. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's continue. Chips.
What are your
carry on? Nothing.
Vishnu, winner chicken dinner. Congrats on winning the battle royale tonight. Well done.
On the track at least. Let's see.
On track.
But yeah.
If PSI are here with us now, are you able to?
Yes.
Hello, sir. Welcome. Begin, I just want to point out that I think it was your internet that kept disconnecting, so you weren't able to take part in qualifying. You were starting from the tail end of the field. You were there for a good part of the race because I think you broke your front wing and a few strategy calls here and there. You stayed out on those old tires on a drying track. Despite all these events that I've mentioned here, you still finish on the podium. How was it today? How was your experience? tonight?
Oh man, this feels like a win. I'm sorry, but this feels like a win. the reason why I said I'll go last is I just went and shouted with my roommates about this win. But yeah, this feels like a win, honestly. The conditions were, oh my god, there was no right call or wrong call, to be honest, at several points for me. So I was very indecisive with my own strategy, but then VFix crashed out, and he helped me. So a big thanks to VFix for helping me out with this race, being my race engineer, and Abhinav. Both made the noble sacrifice of crashing code just to help me out. So I really love the fact that I somehow finished on the podium. I really thought I lost it all. I let Baz and Jishnu through to maybe even try considering playing chicken. I don't know, but the Alpha doesn't have any pace at all compared to these guys. So yeah, just glad to be on the podium, to be honest. Unfortunate with Raman, to be honest, and Wicked Wiki. I don't know exactly what happened with Wicked Wiki. Could be lag. But yeah, what a roller coaster. I think there were like 17 cars or 18 cars, I'm not sure, and then it's coming down to just 3 cars at the end. It's a mystery that I need to understand about this mystery race, to be honest. But yeah, I'm in heaven right now.
Oh, well, I just want to say that maybe you said this feels like a win. I think this could have actually been a win, because I think there are definitely some stewards inquiries coming for the other two here in the party. So I think if you would have finished close enough to them, you may have actually picked up this win, because I don't believe you ran into anybody in this race. Except for maybe Wicked Wiki, right?
Yeah, I don't think I had an incident. To be honest, I had an incident with myself. To be honest, many times. But
Yeah.
I honestly, I mean, it might sound a little bad, but like, I don't care if it's a win or not. It's a podium, and the last time I did one of this was in 2022. That's 1.5 years ago, more like. So
Yeah, I know how that feels.
Insane.
Yeah, I know how that
feels. It feels magical. Yeah.
Especially to get a podium after a very prolonged gap. Just
I know.
2 days ago, I've experienced those very same emotions.
Also, the fact that I interviewed you yesterday and now you're interviewing me on the podium.
It's full circle.
Circle of life.
Oh, honestly, well done on surviving. And just for Shrikant, anything you want to ask, Sai?
Nothing to ask, but Lama Omal, get better.
Get better. Okay.
All right. Shrikant, and then through that, I would say get past the third grid box next time round. Third grid box side of you. Yeah. Nonetheless, sorry, I shouldn't be doing all that. Yeah, not my place to do that, but no worries. It's been a very I think it's eventful is an understatement to say.
It's an understatement. It's an understatement.
But I think eventful is the most diplomatic way to put it, and
I think Yash, Jin, and whoever else the steward is, they have to quit their full-time jobs to just evaluate all the incidents. What has happened? But yeah,
I don't think PSA. Never mind.
Alright, whatever.
There was a good strategy from you, by the way.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Yeah, likewise.
I'll say that after the stream, but okay.
Alright, we'll wait for the stream to end, but before we conclude, I was expecting some more drivers' opinions as well, but given that you're the only 3 who finished, and you're the top 3 as a result, what's your takeaway from the mystery race? Did you like the format? What's the feedback on the format?
Yeah, it did throw in a good surprise element, and especially the no practice, so drivers are on the edge, and they can lose the car anytime, so there's a lot of incidents also which you can see. So yeah, it is a good good thing going forward, I guess. These surprise elements.
I'll just to add on to Jishnu's point, maybe in a different point of view at least. I'll just give a suggestion. Yash can think about it. To make these races more mysterious, you could just have like 9 races calendar or whatever, and not have any like dedicated mystery race, and then just say that one of these races is going to be a mystery race, and then at the last moment you make it a mystery race and then you change the track. That could be more mysterious, to be honest. But yeah, that's just my suggestion. Let's see.
Fair enough. I just think that there's a positive to this. One of the positives is that you, throughout the race, you never knew who was going to be on the podium, who was going to win. And
That's true.
I think that's the element of mystery, that's the element of surprise that was
I
very
think that was
prominent
more
tonight.
track dependent though. So you
It
did
was,
have
but
a-
we
you
did have the
have
drivers
more-
without any preparation, which really, I think, showed that
Yeah,
sometimes
I mean,
without preparation, drivers are not the most.
If you do a more
Confident.
conventional track, I think, and then I guess the weather conditions also play. a
I think the
factor.
custom weather also helped. The
Well,
custom weather, yeah, it's something to.
or not help. That's the
I mean,
way-
it'll throw in. It
Balls not helped. It helped. Look where I am, bro.
helped in sense of entertainment purposes. That's the main POVM. But not as like for personally, it's not that good custom weather as a driver. But for the viewers and for watching, it's fun. Looking at the drivers suffer and all. So
Suffering is winning. Surviving is winning.
yeah.
And I think with that, we'll conclude it here.
Oh no, Chips! You forgot something.
What is that?
Wait, no.
Something's
Yeah,
gonna be played,
it's-
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes. Why not?
Shrikant loves this song. I don't know, but
His worst
I'm just
nightmare.
guessing.
His worst nightmare. Now you can end it, Chips.
Thank you to all the drivers.
Thanks for the comms,
Actually,
guys.
yes. Thank you for giving us so much entertainment.
This should be a fun watch, rewatch.
Yeah.
At quite a few points in the race, you will have both me and Shrikant absolutely stunned and speechless, because obviously you'll see us absolutely say nothing. So be prepared for that. But yeah, 25 laps of absolute chaos. This has been the true perfect mystery race, I think. Maybe it's not the best circumstances, but it was the most mysterious way to go about it, because you never knew what was going to happen. So I'll say it was a task failed successfully as a mystery race. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to all the drivers. Congrats to the top 3 and the surviving 3. Thank you, Shrikant, for joining me for comms after your retirement. Unfortunate for you. Hope to see you again. Do have a bit better luck in the next race, and that's Singapore, I believe. So have a nice one around the streets of Marina Bay. But until then, until next week, we'll see you soon. Thank you. Take care. Good night, and bye bye.
Manan mein hai